Hello, and this is Bug-Ass Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Mr. Poopybutthole action figure from Rick and Morty from Funko. And he actually comes with the last piece you need to build the Build-A-Figure Snowball. He comes with the torso, and I'm going to be putting Snowball together in a minute. Snowball, aka Snuffles. So before we take a look at Mr. Poopybutthole, let's take a look at his accessories. And before I get into the review, he gets that ridiculous name. I don't want to give away a spoiler, so just watch the episode Total Recall. It is hilarious, and it explains everything you need to know about this character and why he's so ridiculously named. But it's really funny. First up, he comes with this black cane. There's no sculpting detail or anything. It's just a smooth black cane. And this is meant to specifically fit in his left hand. But once you put it in his hand, he really can't stand. So let me see if I put it like that. Yeah, he'll stand just holding it like that, so just leave it like that. And next up, he comes with this super tiny accessory. It's a pill bottle. Now that's part of the Rick and Morty kind of story, how it's so funny yet so dark. Because he becomes addicted to pills, so he comes with this pill bottle. And this is really tiny, but he can hold it very tightly in his right hand. It's meant specifically for his right hand, so I'm really happy about that. Just poured it in like that. And it stays in there. Won't move or anything. So I really like that. I think it looks really cool. I like the sculpting on his hat. His huge top hat. To fit his really huge head. Like the sculpting on his face. He's got two huge eyes that take up just about his whole head. You can see he's got that smirk going on. I think it looks really funny because he's got that smirk going on and he's got the pill bottle. Looks really funny. He's got his little shorts and his shoes with socks. I like the detail. There's actually a lot of sculpted detail. It actually has that rigid kind of feel of socks, like the top of socks. So I really like that. There's actually a lot of detail in these. Trying to get his cane to stay in his hand. I might have to put it in his hand like that for now. So I really love this figure, and he looks really cool. So he's got a ball jointed head that can move side to side, and it can shift up and down just a little bit. He's got a swivel at the arm. He doesn't have a ball joint, he just has a swivel that can move all the way around. And he's got a swivel at the wrist. Oh, this accessory fell out. I knew that was going to happen. And he's got swivel legs that can kick that far forward, and that far back. So he doesn't have a lot of articulation, but he's kind of a small character, so I see why Funko did that. And so here he is compared to Morty, a smaller character. And you can see that they're just about the same height with the top hat. Without his hat, he'd just be down to here. So I really like that. So now I'm going to put Snowball together. So I'm going to put all the pieces together. So the left leg came with, did it come with? Well, the left and the right leg are identical, like completely identical. So these are completely the same. Same on both sides. So, I'm not sure which the legs came with since these are the same. I think the left one came with Mr. Meeseeks and the right one came with Bird Person. But since these are the same, you know, they just plug in like that. Really easily. His right arm came with Rick. There. Wow, that was tough to get in there. And his left arm came with Morty. These are really tough to get in there, but that's a good thing. It means it won't fall apart. So here is Snowball all together. I love the way this looks. And he can stand really nicely. Even though he's kind of boxy and, you know, he's kind of a top-heavy character. I'm surprised that he's so stable on his feet. Until you knock him over like that. So, I really like this. I love the detail on his torso. I like how Snowball looks. He's got a lot of sculpted fur in there. There's his collar, it's sculpted in. He's got this clear plastic visor right here. I like his face. His face just looks so serious, like he's really serious, even though he's so cute. And there you've got his helmet that's hooked up to the back here. I like the silver that Funko went with for this figure. It's very reflective, and I really like that. It's got nice sculpting on his arms. I think what really would have been cool is articulated fingers. That would have been nice, like if they could just move up and down, that would have been really cool, but probably would have also broke pretty easily, so I can kind of see why Funko didn't do that. He's got nice sculpting on his legs, and you can see that they're the same. But they have something different on the bottom. The only thing that's different is this right here, this number, this production number. So, I really like that. I think this figure looks really cool, and he has a surprising amount of articulation, because I figured his head would move, but it doesn't, but I'm okay with that, because this figure is just awesome. I don't really, need that much articulation for him. He's got ball-jointed shoulders that can move out that far. They can move in that far, and it can move around completely. He's got ball-jointed legs that can move up that far, or that can kick forward that far and back just a little bit, and they can move like that. So like I said, there's articulation, but he doesn't really need that much articulation. I'm glad that he has the articulation though, because if you fiddle around with him, he can stand perfectly, even though he's got the boxy shoulders and So I really love this figure, this Build-A-Figure, and I'm very, very happy with it. And as I said before, I hope we get a Wave 2, because I would definitely buy it. I'm not sure what the Build-A-Figure would be. I'm still thinking Reverse Giraffe would be a hilarious and fun Build-A-Figure. So here Snowball is, next to Morty. And this is from the episode Lawnmower Dog. And if you have not seen this episode, it is hilarious, it is funny. Well, I know that's the same thing, but it's funny. It's got a little bit of action in it. It's just everything you want from Rick and Morty. And the height difference on these two is perfect. I thought he was actually a little bit taller, but with his legs, I think he can get a little taller. Like he can move his legs, like back here, they can come up just a little bit and make him taller. But after watching the episode again, the height difference on these two is perfect. So I really, really like that. And then here he is compared to Rick, a taller figure. Now I'm going to probably just have to lean him like that against Snowball. So I like the height difference on these two also. I think it looks really nice. And then I'm going to move them back a little bit so I can show all of Series 1 together. Put him right here. Hey, he's actually standing. Bird person stands surprisingly well too. Maybe I need to just move this over just a tad bit so I can fit Mr. Meeseeks in the frame here. There. So there's all of Series 1 together. And you can see all the height differences all in one video. So I love this wave. I absolutely love this wave. And Funko did an amazing job on these. These just translated into toys so well. And I just love these figures, and I would highly, highly recommend these to any action figure collectors or just fans of Rick and Morty in general. So I would highly, highly recommend these figures. These are very fun, they're funny, I like them. And they have a surprising amount of articulation. I thought at first they wouldn't, but they actually have a great range of motion, so I really like that. So that's my review. And if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Wubba lubba dub dub, everyone.